started focusing solely on education, taught special education for 5 years, and then I had 2 boys, and my oldest, it was touring preschools for him that I realized how expensive schools were. The things that were taught in schools kind of became a little bit more apparent to me, and I decided to open up a school for him. I'm Bethany, and this is my SchoolBox story. So working in the public school, I learned a lot about what's taught in public school, and I didn't agree with it. I didn't agree pushing the test so hard. I didn't agree with some of the things they focused on. I felt like there was no creativity and no fun in school anymore. And when I had my son and I realized the life I wanted for him, it wasn't in public education. It was in a school that focused on the real things, their social emotional development, but appropriate for their age level. And that's kind of what pushed me to even go further. In Vancouver, you have a combination of people who want a Christian-based foundation education, and then you have those who just want education. They don't care about the other piece. And so the challenge that we have faced so far is, unfortunately, there is a higher group that don't have the desire for the Christian foundation, but they like the aspects of how we're small class sizes. They like, our location because we're central to everything. The freeway is right there. We're close to all of the big local businesses, so it makes it easily accessible. The challenge has been kind of getting people to understand that, the importance of God, the importance of that in your education, and understanding that. For us, what makes us unique is the community aspect. We try to participate in a lot of different events in the community. Everything that we do, we'll do a date night so that our parents can drop their kids off and they can feel confident, that their kids are protected and they can go have some time together. We brought Christmas concerts back because they're so much fun, and then we do cookie decorating afterwards, so all the families come downstairs and they talk with one another and they connect with one another. I have families who started out here having no friends in the area, and now they are together every weekend with another family in the building, and at all of the events they're sitting with somebody. Like, nobody's ever alone. And that, I think, is what makes us so unique, is because a lot of schools, it's you come to school, you go home, and with us, you come to school and we're part of your home. I heard about SchoolBox through the training that I attended last year. So I went to the marketing training, and I went to the leadership training. And in that, they talked about the SchoolBox program, and I talked more about it with some of the people from Herzog that were there to get more information. And the next step would be kindergarten, and I'd like to see how that went. And they told me all about SchoolBox, and I signed up before I even went home. Using SchoolBox to start the process to open a school is literally like having a checklist of step 1, breathe, step 2. It walks you through every single thing that you need and every little piece. I mean, there hasn't been a subject it hasn't covered that there were parts of it that I didn't even think about that they had in there, and I went through this and was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Like, I didn't even think about that. So it's so important to have that step by step, and to have that person who can walk you through it and not make you feel like you're incompetent or anything. Like, it's very friendly to use and not hard, and it's that step by step that makes it so easy. The biggest challenge I think that we've had to overcome, honestly, is the financial side of it, and understanding what to charge, because part of our goal is to be affordable. SchoolBox helped me with that. It helped me with pricing and understanding that aspect and how to charge and what to charge, and it made the process smoother in that aspect and overcoming that. So my mentor was phenomenal. I love her. She was so helpful. It was simple questions, because when you're doing this, sometimes it feels very isolating and alone, because again, not everybody wants Christian education and there's not a lot out there, so it makes it really hard to find like-minded people to collaborate with and talk with, and having a mentor helped me get past. I'd go through a training and then we would meet, and I'd have all my questions for her after going through that training, and she was able to answer all of them. So then I felt even more confident in what I was doing, and I knew how to move forward. And then she would help me with even just day-to-day stuff. If I had a problem with a parent or an issue with a teacher, I could collaborate with her and talk to her about that. So it went beyond that. It went beyond just the Herzog course training, and she felt like a partner, and it felt so nice to have that, because sometimes it gets a little isolating. It's just Jennifer and I'm doing this together, and sometimes we're exhausted and tired, and so having that mentorship through her and having somebody to bounce ideas off and talk to after Jennifer and I would talk about something just helped make the process smoother, and it helped make me feel more confident in what I was doing and the steps that we were taking. So encouragement that I would give to someone who is considering opening the school is to do it. Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Worst case scenario, you might fail, you might fall down, but there's a lesson in that, right? Everything has a purpose. That sounds like a teacher thing, but it's true. I tell my students all the time, failing just means you're learning. But if you have a passion for it, you have a heart for it, and you feel a calling for it, don't be afraid. Just step out and do it. Like I said, walked away from a very stable job and retirement and everything, and I stepped out in faith, and every day that the bills get paid on this building and I magically make my own personal bills at home, it's God. Like, there's just no other explanation, and if you're meant to do it, God's going to make the path for you, and you're going to be able to do it. So do it.